So the sewn pocket is on, and while this is still open, I'm going to take the envelope and it will get sewn onto the back of this after I glue this on. So let's go ahead and glue this on here. I need to pour some fingernail polish remover in this and loosen it up a little bit. It's starting to get thick on me. All right. So this, line that up like so. Fold this back. And put a straight edge on this side and a straight edge on this side. Just hold these, oops, flippity, I just flipped you off. And put these here so that this can do its job and really glue well, while I go ahead and go sew this onto this area. I think that would be a good idea. Let me throw some glue underneath here. Come on, come on. Okay. I don't get so close to the edge that the sewing machine will pick it up, you know? All right, I'm gonna go sew this around in this direction. And I'll be right back. I don't even know how much thread I have in there. So I'll do that, and I will probably also sew this onto here. So let's glue that real quick. Give that a little bit, here, I'll glue this side. Give this a little bit of time to dry before I sew it. I'm just barely going to let it peek out over the edge. Close that down. And here we go. And then I'll have this nice little tab top here. And then I had to extend it, and so that's why I turned it around to give it a different color. And if I felt so inclined, and I'm not sure I do, because I just have this little bit left and I kind of wanted to save it for something over here, so it kind of ties it all together. So I was going to put maybe a strip of this across here, but I'm not real sure. Look at my glue. Look at that. Look at that. Misbehaving. Misbehaving. When your glue starts doing this, you know it needs some acetone poured in to make it settle. Just make it settle. I do have a glue stick as well. Could be using that. And then also on this, I guess I could go ahead and glue on our little, you know, gussety things here for the side, for our side pockets. Oh, what a horrible, that was not a straight cut, Nick. Oh my goodness, that was horrific. And let's cut this one off. Again, not a straight cut. And then they can be glued onto the back or glue sticked. Yes, yes. Where's my scratch paper? Oh yeah. Yep. We're glue sticking it. This is some pretty decent glue. In some of the comments, I heard that some of you guys also use this glue. Oh, thought the lid was still on. That. Where's my other? Oh. Go. And then what I do is get the thing to lay down straight. Are we good? Are you guys good? Let me cut this little ear off here. It's like Van Gogh cutting its ear off. So what I'm going to do is when I layer it over this one, however it gets layered, it'll get glued down at the bottom, but it won't get, you leave the top free, so then it's got like a, you know, like a dart that helps it to open. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to sew along the sides of these, because once these are folded back and glued down, you can't do that. So I'm going to sew along here, and then I will make the gussets and attach them over the top of this one. They'll be attached separately. So this one will also get sewn around with some gussets, and then you glue them on in separate stages. So that will get done. So I'm going to do that. So there's my gussets for that. And then I may just decorate this later. So this will get all situated and probably glued down, but then I may add something, you know, at another time perhaps. So, all right, I'll be right back and I'll catch you all up. So this is nice and glued to this thing. So I will, and because I haven't sewn this together yet, I can go ahead and sew this one in onto this one. I'll probably raise this flap like so, and then I will sew all the way around like this, but leave this edge open as well, because you never know. You just never know. And then what I can do is go ahead and sew this edge and this edge together to seal that up, and then we can attach that onto there. Okay, so I sewed all the way around this one and partially around this one because they're going to be layered over the top of one another. You won't see the bottom anyway, so we'll be able to lay those down. And then I sewed all the way around like this. So then that has a little flippity flap there, and then that will be glued there and here. That is the plan. So all I need to do is go ahead and sew this together, and then we can come back and I can just assemble everything that has been sewn. Does that sound good? Okay. Well, I think if that's it, I'll be right back again. And we are all sewn together. So pocket here, pocket here, pocket here. This one will get glued onto here when I get a second. I guess I could take that second now, right? I could. So just a little bit of glue. And of course, I mean, it goes without saying, but you know, you don't have to do all this sewing. You know, you just glue it together if you want. I mean, some people, you know, what if you don't have a sewing machine? Or what if junior high home ec gave you PTSD? I don't know. I'm not gonna make you sew stuff. Don't sew if you don't want to. Maybe you didn't get your sewing machine at the thrift store like I did, and you're like, I am not gonna sew with my nice sewing machine. Well, I don't blame you. But it's kind of what I do, so it's kind of like, well, I don't always sew on my journals. Now I sound like the Dos Equis guy. Okay, so this will get glued onto here. So let's go ahead and do that because I can't glue these on until this is securely in its little resting spot here. Come on, glue. I promise I will thin this stuff down and not make you all wait on me and my crazy thick glue. I would use the glue stick for this, but I just don't trust it for it. This is kind of a heavy element here. Okay. Boop, boop, boop. So this gets attached to this spot. Like so. Where? Had I been thinking, and heaven knows that's not what I do, pre-planning is not really my forte, I would have, you know, put the liner paper down after I attached this, but I really didn't know what I was gonna want to do. So, you know, hindsight. Just want to make sure that this is somewhat even and glued on here. But what I do have, she says as she fumbles for, there we go. I do have some extra pieces. So I could totally like cover this up, and with this pattern, you can't even really tell. Especially if I try to even match up some. There we go. See, that matches. So what I'm gonna do, where's my ink? Because I kind of had some ink on my pad left over and I kind of rubbed it around that edge, so I guess I kind of gotta, you know, be a little consistent here. And then maybe I'll do it along this side too. Again with the misbehaving crazy glue. I will thin this down right after I film this. Okay, could I glue stick this? I don't know. I would really hate for this to come up later. I would just, you know, chap my hide or some other cliche analogy. I'm just going to glue this down. This next one will have to be cut short a little bit. Oh my goodness, how long is this video going to be? So let's scoot that. How does that look? That look bueno there. Oops. And then this one will need to be cut up short a little bit. So let me grab a non-existent writing utensil I can't find, and let me mark that. And then find my little scissors. Oh, and then where did I mark it? Really? Oh, there it is. I think that's even. And then that can get glued right there. And then that way it kind of covers that up, and we can just pretend like I had some forethought for once, and I thought about what I was going to do, and I waited to put on the liner paper. Okay. So here is this little one. Look at that. Crisis averted. Almost even looks believable. So here is this little fold out like this, and then we need to put these down first. So again, with the horrible glue, I'm just going to tack like the bottom, I don't know, 25% or so. Just go ahead and tack this part down. And this one as well, while the glue is oozing out anyway. Too much, too much. Where's the lid? Ooh. And just kind of let those dry. A little bit. This one. I also need to glue it in here. I will. Stuff is so stringy. So there's a little bit there, and a little bit there, there, and there. Stay. And there are easier ways to do gussets, but that's what's going to happen today. So this one will get attached first, and it'll be about right in that vicinity. And then this one will get glued onto this one in about that direction. And then this will be on top of that one. Okay. So we can go ahead and glue this to this if we want to, and then stick them all down. So here's this one. Put a little bit of glue on either side. Stop. Does anybody else talk to inanimate objects? Or am I the only one that does that? So I'm just going to line these up like that, and then you see it still has a little bit of a gusset thing going on here. And now what we have to do is I have to run glue down here and here, here and here. She says with conviction. So a little bit of glue on these sides. And then at the bottom of this one, because if you don't glue the bottom of this one, all your stuff will fall through to the bottom. And we all know how we hate that. This stuff doesn't stay in its own drawer. And I'm going to kind of just center that somewhat about in that direction. Ta-da! There we go. And it's got the little, where it's a little bit open on the top. It really does not have to be, it really reeks of effort, so most people don't do the little gusset thing, because it is kind of, it's a chore. And then this will get glued down here and here, and then I'm going to leave it open because I think I know what I want to put in there, so we'll, you know, I'll show you that of course later. So let me go ahead and put some glue on the back of this, and then also down here. And we can be done for today. And I kind of want to stagger it a little bit here. And I may add a little Velcro tab or something there for that. I don't know. Think about it. So here is, so far, did I get everything? 'Cause, you know, I may be adding more later. So here is this so far. When you open this one up, then you have all these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, well, really 6. Then you flip this back, and we have this magnetic little catch, and then we have this pocket back in here as well, and then here we have this pocket, and then behind this little belly bandish pocket. And let me show you if you can see how those little gussets let these hang out, right? They let those hang out. So next time we will conquer maybe this right here. Maybe we will make something to go here, or maybe we'll do these two. I don't know. We'll think about it. Okay. Well, I'll think about it. I hope you guys are enjoying this little series. I have not pre-planned this other than just what I think about, I don't know, an hour before I start filming. So, you know, I'm trying to, you know, have us do this kind of together. We'll just kind of figure it out as we go along. But I hope you enjoy it, and maybe you can get a kick out of, you know, making some stuff too. All right, well, I will see you really soon with the next segment, but I'll be with you really soon. So have a great day, guys, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.